Joe Biden is not so good. I mentioned to you the CNN poll. I want to again go back to some of the commentary about the CNN poll that came out yesterday on Face the Nation, not on CNN. They were also stunned by it. And Anthony Salvantano, did I get that right? Anthony Salvanto got on there with Margaret Brennan and gave his assessment, cut number 9.
We ask them now, okay, has it gotten better? And very few people say that it has. In fact, many say they feel it's gotten worse. And inflation is the reason that they say that. But what's also interesting is we ask them, okay, look back to the economy during the Trump years. How do you remember it? And the majority say they remember it as being good.
Because they forget about the pandemic.
Well, they seem to be skipping over the pandemic, and that's exactly what that tells you in their memory of this. But it also explains now, when you ask them, okay, now let's look forward. They say, more say, they feel they'd be financially better off under Donald Trump, and that cuts directly to vote, and that is helping.
No, there's an alternative explanation, which is they don't blame Trump for COVID. They blame the Chinese government. And they are correct to remember that they were much better off financially in January of 2020 before COVID came along. And they want that back. They want low regulation, high energy production, low inflation, low interest rates. They want it back. They want the Trump economy back. And they're not buying the threat to democracy. Now, I want to read you just Guy Benson got into the internals. Horror show of a CNN poll for Biden, Guy wrote yesterday. Trump ahead outside of the margin of error, up even bigger with an expanded field. Majority see Biden's presidency as a failure and Trump's as a success. 60% disapproval for the incumbent. I want to focus on the Israel war data point for a moment. Biden is at a dreadful 28% approve, 71 disapprove on his handling of the Israel-HAMAS war. Media will focus on him being deep underwater, 19% approval, 81% disapproval on the issue among young voters, pushing the narrative that he's still seen as too pro-Israel. But he's relatively strong on the issue among partisan Democrats, 46% approve, 53% disapprove. Among Republicans and independents, who are much more pro-Israel than the Democratic base at this point, Biden's at 13% approval, 87% disapproval, that's among Republicans, and among independents, 27% approval, 73% disapproval, respectively. Biden, Guy Benson continues, have pandered hard to the Hamas sympathizers for weeks. This has earned him approximately 0 credit with that crowd. Meanwhile, normies and Israel supporters are, quote, disgusted with his handling of the issue. He's impressing no one. And Israel's supporters heavily outnumber Israel haters in America. Despite what Biden might be seeing and hearing on his favored cable news channels, on social media, and among his hyper-online staff. They've utterly botched this. America wants Israel to win the war. They want America wants Israel to go into Rafah. America wants Israel to be safe and secure. And if they have to go get Hezbollah in the north, they'll support that too. This is not hard. And they hate what's going on campus. Governor Glenn Youngkin on State of the Union yesterday, Virginia's governor, cut number 8.
Well, first we have to begin with the fact that freedom of expression and peacefully demonstrating is at the heart of our First Amendment, and we must protect it. But that does not go to, in fact, intimidating Jewish students and preventing them from attending class and using annihilation speech to express deeply anti-Semitic views. And therefore,
bravo, Governor Youngkin. Bravo. Well said, and we need everyone to say it.